Okay, so during the recent debate, Elizabeth Warren was once again asked point blank by the moderator, will taxes on the middle class go up with your Medicare for All plan? And this is what she had to say.
But you have not specified how you're going to pay for the most expensive plan, Medicare for All. Will you raise taxes on the middle class to pay for it, yes or no?
So I have made clear what my principles are here, and that is costs will go up for the wealthy and for big corporations, and for hardworking middle-class families, costs will go down. The way I see this is I have been out all around this country. I've done 140 town halls now, been to 27 states and Puerto Rico. Should have done 70,000 selfies, which must be the new measure of democracy.
Okay, look, I support Medicare for All wholeheartedly, and I think it's important to emphasize that costs will go down for the middle class. However, she was asked straightforward, will taxes go up on the middle class? And she goes into talking about, having taken 70,000 selfies and this corny line about how that must be the new measure of democracy. And I didn't play the extra 60 seconds where she's talking about different individuals having cancer, diabetes, MS, these anecdotes about these individuals being ill. All of this, meanwhile, she does not answer the question, will taxes go up? So the moderator asks again, and here's what she says.
Senator Warren, to be clear, Senator Sanders acknowledges he's going to raise taxes on the middle class to pay for Medicare for All. You've endorsed his plan. Should you acknowledge it too?
So the way I see this, it is about what kinds of costs middle-class families are going to face. So let me be clear on this. Costs will go up for the wealthy, they will go up for big corporations, and for middle-class families, they will go down. I will not sign a bill into law that does not lower costs for middle-class families.
Mayor Buttigieg, you say Senator Warren has been, quote, evasive about how she's going to pay for Medicare for All. What's your response?
Well, we heard it tonight, a yes or no question that didn't get a yes or no answer. Look, this is why people here in the Midwest are so frustrated with Washington in general and Capitol Hill in particular. Your signature, Senator, is to have a plan for everything, except this.
Senator Sanders.
Well, as somebody who wrote the damn bill, as I said, let's be clear. Under the Medicare for All bill that I wrote, premiums are gone. Co-payments are gone. Deductibles are gone. All out-of-pocket expenses are gone. We're going to do better than the Canadians do, and that is what they have managed to do. At the end of the day, the overwhelming majority of people will save money on their health care bills. But I do think it is appropriate to acknowledge that taxes will go up. They're going to go up significantly for the wealthy. And for virtually everybody, the tax increase they pay will be substantially less than what they were paying for premiums and out-of-pocket expenses.
Well,
Senator Warren, will
way.
you acknowledge what the senator just said about taxes going up?
So my view on this and what I have committed to is costs will go down for hardworking middle-class families.
At least Bernie's being honest here and saying how he's going to pay for this and that taxes are going to go up. And I'm sorry, Elizabeth, but you have not said that. And I think we owe it to the American people to tell them where we're going to send the invoice. And I appreciate Elizabeth's work. But again, the difference between a plan and a pipe dream is something that you can actually get done.
As you can see from that clip, the moderator phrased his question by noting that Sanders has already acknowledged that taxes on the middle class will go up. Within that same clip, I showed Sanders indeed acknowledging once again that taxes will go up and that the tax increase they pay, referring to the middle class, will be substantially less than what they were paying for premiums and out-of-pocket expenses. Now, so Sanders' approach is to say, yes, taxes will go up. But yes, the cost will go down, whereas the Warren approach is to completely duck and dodge whether taxes will go up on or not on the middle class, and then proceed to talk about costs will go down. Now, okay, look, it's it makes you look disingenuous to not answer a question forthright. Warren needs to do what Sanders does, which is to acknowledge 2 points at once. The taxes will go up, costs will go down. Warren seems to be trying to control the narrative of how, or the media narrative and the narrative that comes out of politicians' mouths regarding her plan. That is, by not acknowledging that taxes will go up at all, because then a politician can't state, well, Warren, you said that taxes will go up on the middle class, because she never says it. And then it denies the media a headline that states Warren says taxes will go up on the middle class. Now, this seems to be her strategy, but it's an awful strategy because people catch on. If you're asked a yes or no question, straightforward, multiple times, and you duck and you dodge, then they catch wind of what seems to be dishonesty. And frankly, that's how I perceive it as well. Now, I know Warren apologists will say that they will think I'm going too far in stating that this is dishonest. But frankly, it is. What do you call it? It's a lie of omission. It's perfectly fine to say costs will go down. But when you're asked a question, answer it. Now, I could forgive this if it happened in one debate or one forum. And then she realized, I need to be straightforward with this, just based off how articles were reported or just the plain common sense of it all, of how it makes you look disingenuous to not answer a question straightforward. But she does this constantly. Every time she's asked, every forum, every debate, multiple times in a row within this debate, it gives people like Buttigieg and Klobuchar, it makes them look like the voices of reason. Klobuchar likes to depict progressives as living in a fantasy land, and she does it in that clip where she states that Medicare for all is part of a pipe dream. That public option, that's the more reasonable route. That's the more doable route. Well, if you notice just by looking at that clip, it made Klobuchar look more reasonable and therefore made her positioning more appealing, right? Because she's, of the two, Klobuchar and Warren is the one ducking and dodging and not answering a question. Klobuchar looked more honest. Now, that's optics, I understand. But at the same time, part of politics is optics. And, it's not good for Medicare for all in general. It's not good for progressives trying to promote Medicare for all when we have Warren as our front person who can't even be honest about the policy details. It gives strength to that narrative that this is a pipe dream. If we can't be true to ourselves as far as what the reality is, the taxes will go up. And Buttigieg had his line all ready because Warren was predictable enough to, again, make this error of not being straightforward. He stated, your signature, Senator, is to have a plan for everything except this. And he goes on after that. But look, it's one thing to be predictable, right? All politicians, when repeating their policy positionings, they're going to be predictable. And therefore, their opponents will be able to counter or have a counter ready. But Warren is being both predictable and vulnerable. What's coming to mind is a ridiculous video game analogy. If you hit the boss so many times, then their weak spot is automatically revealed, and you can strike that. Whereas Warren's weak spot is that she's not being honest. Buttigieg knew it was time to strike, and so did Klobuchar. And that's why she got piled on so badly in that clip. She's by not being straightforward, she's failing to disarm them of an attack that should have never been there to begin with. So I really want to know what you guys think. Which approach is better, Sanders or Warren, on the issue of Medicare for all? Sanders acknowledging two things, that taxes will go up and costs will go down, or the Warren approach, where you duck and dodge that question in an effort to control the narrative of how your views are represented by just saying that costs will go down. I want to hear what you think. Hey guys, I hope you liked this video. Make sure, if you did, to click like down below and subscribe to this channel. And remember to click the bell. That way you'll get a notification whenever a new video is uploaded. Share this video with whoever you feel might find it valuable. And just remember, the more likes this video gets, the more views, and the more subscriptions, the more this channel can thrive and grow. Thank you.